This ex-officer, I see why he's an ex-officer, because he's not good at his job. You're trying to tell the people what we're hearing on the official call? Hey, it is the Unfiltered Journey here, and today we are going to get into some things. We're going to listen to Tatum talk about how when Wyatt made the C call, everybody was having a good time on the boat. People was having a good time, but yet Wyatt called Cito saying that they were sinking. But according to Tatum, people were having a good time in the background. Let's get into it.
So one of the kids, I think it was Warren, right, makes a phone call to Cito, says, my boat's taking on water.
Wyatt.
Wyatt, sorry.
Yes,
Wyatt makes the phone call. He sounds calm. Well, if his boat was sinking, why was he calm? As a boater, okay, there's taking on water and there's sinking. They're different things. These guys party a lot. They know the boat well. They got a lot of people sitting on the boat. He is calm because he was calm, and it becomes very relevant in one moment.
Chris, you need to be quiet, because clearly, did you listen to the call or did you not? Wyatt called Cito and said that they were sinking. He literally said, we were sinking. And just like the statement you made saying that these boys have been on the boat all their lives, I'm pretty sure they know the difference between taking on water and sinking. Let's continue.
And he's talking to Cito. He says, I have an account. Why? Because Cito's going to charge you different. And they're going to come at a different rate based on whether or not you have an account and what level the account is than if you're just calling. Believe me, I know this. So, no offense to Cito, I'm a member. He is very calm, okay? Now comes this sweetened version of the audio. And a woman makes the case, and she sounds very well versed in audio editing. She did this, she did that, she did this, she did that. And then, with an adjoining transcript, there seems to be a background conversation that is of a completely different tone and tenor than the phone call from Wyatt. Wyatt, as I said, that's how he is. In the background, there seems to be a conversation, according to the transcript, yelling at this guy, Bart, and what happened to Nolan and what's going on. Nolan, wake up, and this and that. It sounds like...
I don't like the way he's setting this up, because in my opinion, yes, people were saying that Wyatt was calm, but we're going to listen to the call again, which everybody has heard the call by now, unless you're living under a rock. But Wyatt was discombobulated, confused. He was so distracted, he couldn't even answer simple questions that the dispatcher, Vicky, was asking. He was preoccupied with what was going on in the background, and he was very disheveled because he was barely listening to the dispatcher, but yet he called them for help. But let's continue some more.
Someone's dead or dying on the boat with them. And it has gone all over the place. It has gone viral. That is the audio that we're talking about. Counsel Russ Latino for Bart Ermiston Jr., who is the Bart, who got on the boat to help them with the draining and towed them to let water come out of the boat. And then they were okay and they canceled the Cito call. That Bart, who was seen by people on both sides, says no conversation like that took place. Nolan Wells was not on that boat. And he had nothing to do with anything that happened to Nolan Wells, though he knew him and liked him.
Yeah, and Chris, I can add more. I saw the video of them on the boat during the phone call. Now, I can't. I presented it in part. It's the one that you see all over TMZ, all over the news. It has the Officer Tatum on it, and you see a quick glimpse of that boat. Well, I have the full video, and the only reason that I don't want to put the video out, and the lawyers are against it, because there's other people that's not involved in this that are featured on the video.
So you can't blur the video out? You can't blur the video out. We're in 2026, and you can't blur the people who don't want to be seen out of the video. Okay.
Nolan Wells on the boat?
No, he's not on the boat. And the pan, let me tell you, it's interesting, right? These kids, this is my perception from what I see on the boat. They're having a good time.
Did you hear that? According to Tatum, the video air quotes, that he saw when they were in the moment of Wyatt calling Cito, these kids were having a good time. Let's rewind it. Not my words, his words. Let's back it up.
Wells, though he knew him and liked him.
Yeah, and Chris, I can add more. I saw the video of them on the boat during the phone call. Now, I can't. I presented it in part. It's the one that you see all over TMZ, all over the news. It has the Officer Tatum on it, and you see a quick glimpse of that boat. Well, I have the full video, and the only reason that I don't want to put the video out, and the lawyers are against it, because there's other people that's not involved in this that are featured on the video.
Was Nolan Wells on the boat?
No, he's not on the boat. And the pan, let me tell you, it's interesting, right? These kids, this is my perception from what I see on the boat. They're having a good time.
They are in a midlife crisis, according to Wyatt. And according to reference what Chris said, Chris Kumo said that, oh, these boys have been on the lake all their lives. Okay, so if they've been on the lake all their lives and they're really familiar with the lake, don't you think that Wyatt would know the difference between, oh, we're taking on water, ha ha ha, everybody having a good time, we're high-fiving, to we're sinking? Make it make sense. Which one is it? Are they very comfortable with the boat and can tell you all kind of terminology and they spent their life on the boat? Or do he not know whether he's sinking or taking on water? But let's continue.
I would argue that some of them are having such a good time that half of the people are concerned and half of the people don't know what's going on. There's two boats. There's the boat that Bart is running to tow, and there's the boat that Warren and them are on. And some people are having such a good time that they're like joking about it. They're not even thinking it is happening. And then,
Okay, they're joking about it. This is the scene he's setting about the Wyatt Cito call. Now let's go ahead and listen to the Cito call that everybody has heard by now. Okay, guys, this Cito dispatch call is the original call that was released. I am getting this call from WLOX News here on YouTube. They don't have any captions on there, so listen with your own awareness. Listen with your own discretion, okay? And you guys let me know what you hear. And if you put headphones on, oh, you really can hear. One side is going to play the background noise and one side is going to play Vicky. So do with that what you will. Let's get into it and let's determine if Wyatt and the people in the background was having a hee hee ha ha good old time. Okay? Let's go ahead and get to it.
Cito Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right.
Okay, Wyatt clearly says we're sinking. He did not say we're taking on water. These boys have been living the boat life for pretty much all their lives. So I'm pretty sure somebody who's familiar with the boat life is going to know the difference between we're taking on water and we're sinking. Wyatt clearly says we're sinking. Then, right before the call, the dispatcher, Vicky, came on, there was some noise in the background. Sounded like I heard Nolan. This is what I heard. Sound like I heard Nolan. Oh my God. Okay? Let's continue. As a matter of fact, let me rewind it so we can hear it.
Cito Assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and Our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description?
Shut up. Shut the F up. D Bart. D Bart. Dang Bart. But according to Tatum, everybody out there having a hee hee ha ha good old time. They're high-fiving. According to Tatum, everybody having a good old time. But does that sound like somebody's having a good time in the background? Let's continue. This ex-officer, I see why he's an ex-officer, because he's not good at his job. You're trying to tell the people what we're hearing on the official call? As you can see, guys, this is the official dispatch call from WLOX. There's no titles on it. There's no transcript on it. This is how it was released, okay? Do you see me? Let's continue.
Ankles.
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey.
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're just.
Now, this is a guy that's very familiar with the boat life, but he can't tell her anything. He just knows that they're sinking. Once again, he says we're sinking, not taking on water like Chris tried to make it out to be. He said we're sinking. I don't know. We're sinking. These people will manipulate you if you don't do the research yourself. Do you see me?
We're going down now.
All right, well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir?
I don't know the phone number. It's either. I think it's. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, like guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right,
the tag
unless
on
you
here.
have a
It got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right, and is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right, do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast?
Look, he's paying attention so much to what's going on in the background. He can't even hear what Vicky's asking him, but he needs help. He needs help. I don't know about you guys, but if my boat is sinking, I'm not paying attention to anybody in the background. I need to give this dispatcher all the information I need to give her so that they can come and get me and rescue us. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call whoever, the Coast Guard, the 911 police, whoever need to come get me, because the boat is going down like the Titanic. He did not say we're taking on water. He said we're sinking. He said we're sinking, then he said we were sinking. I don't know which one it is. But according to Tatum, that everybody having in the background having a hee-haw good old time, according to Tatum. This guy has no type of observation skills at all. Do you see me?
Coast Guard.
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right, do you have your current GPS coordinates?
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir, I'm available.
North 3 degrees. But 4672.
All right, 4672. All right, and you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what? Now, he called Cito to get help, and he's getting an attitude, copying an attitude with Vicky. And Vicky just trying to help him because he's too occupied trying to pay attention to whatever's going on in the background, and it doesn't sound like everybody's having a good old hee-haw time. Like Tatum is trying to make it out to be. Like we're not hearing what we're hearing. Sir, you couldn't sell me a cup of ice water in the blazing heat of Miami. That's how much I do not trust anything that you're saying. and you used to be an officer, thank God you're not anymore.
So you're breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right. It looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island.
She said, it looks like you're on Horns Island. He said, yes, we're on Horns Island. You don't know if you're on Horn Island or not, ma'am. I would say we're not on the island. We're in the middle of nowhere, close by the island. He clearly agreed with Vicky that they were on the island. Okay, so I'm not going to go any further with this. If you guys want to listen to this CTO dispatch call, it's like I said, it's on WLOX News on YouTube. This was not me trying to dissect what he's saying. If you haven't heard the video by now, I'm surprised you haven't. But the reason why I wanted to listen to part of the call is because if you listen to Tatum said everybody back there having a hee-haw good old high-five time. But according to how Nolan is, yes, people are saying Nolan was not, stressed out and he was calm. But not Nolan, God forgive me. Wyatt, people were saying that Wyatt wasn't frantic. He was calm. But you got to take into consideration, Wyatt was distracted, disheveled, wasn't paying attention to the dispatch caller. He couldn't even answer simple questions because he was preoccupied with what was going on. Did not sound like they were having a good old time. Not people saying, D Bart, dang it, Bart, shut the F up. Oh, people talk like that when they're having a good time? I'm confused. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's move on to now. Let's blame the parents for releasing information of who their child went with. This is literally flabbergasted. Okay, so we are about to see how they are trying to change the narrative. All of this is my opinion from what I'm hearing, okay? Nothing is official. I'm just giving you guys my opinion and my opinion only. According to this, I feel like they are trying to blame the parents, or shall I say specifically Christine, for putting all the information out about her son, who her son left with, because they are feeling uncomfortable. Which, I hate to say it, but if my son goes missing and no one knows where he is, I'm gonna put out what he had on, who he was with as well. I'm not gonna care about your feelings. I care about my son and where he is and who he left with. So for you getting mad with the parent for putting out information, so whoever saw her son or have information about her son can provide her with that information, and you just happen to be the one who he left with, is she supposed to not mention you guys' name? And she never said that you guys were suspects or anything. She just showed the picture of, listen, this is the last my son was seen, and you guys happen to be in the picture, and you're blaming her for that. In my opinion, that's very disgusting. You're not reading the room and you're self-absorbent. But let's continue. Let's get into it because I'm literally hot under my collar about this.
Does that make you feel like, do you feel like you got a good case here, or, what's your perspective in that? Because, people are online.
Oh, let me set the scene up for this particular point of the video that I'm showing you guys. Their attorney think that he's a comedian because he's going to quote a saying from a gangster movie because he does not want people to voice their opinions or have questions about where is Nolan. That's the main thing about This whole case, what happened to Nolan? And you cannot stop anyone from questioning. We want to know what happened to Nolan. And I think that's very disgusting. You're trying to bully people, it appears to me, for people to be silent, not ask that question. What happened to Nolan? We're going to continue to ask what happened to Nolan. But he's going to this attorney here is going to try to crack a joke, which I didn't see anything funny, especially reading the room. They claim that Nolan is their friend, but it's not any time right now to crack a joke, and I'm not even going to laugh because I don't see anything funny. But you're going to laugh when you're so self-absorbent and it's all about you, and you're trying to clear your name when no one even said that you guys are even guilty of anything. Like, why are you going on these press tours trying to clear your name because of what the public is saying? Who cares about what the public is saying? You're not the first and you're not going to be the last. It's like you're literally doing too much, but you're claiming you're innocent. And no one even said that you're guilty. So what are you doing all of this for? You can't please everyone. So what the public is saying, if you know it's not true, I'm not going to continue to go on these interviews making myself look worse. You're making yourself look worse, in my opinion. And then you have this lawyer here thinking he's a comedian. Sir, stick with your day job. My opinion only. Cut it out trying to be a comedian, because I didn't see anything funny. But clearly Morgan, Jax, and Warren found it funny, and I'll show you in a minute.
And obviously, they know who you are. Obviously, they know you represented Donald Trump in some pretty high profile cases. And so now that you've joined, or at least now you work for the young men here, you hear them say things like they've been accosted, they've been.
And by the way, in my opinion, sir, you look very unprofessional. Very. I mean, extremely unprofessional. I would have just thought you a part of, you just a part of the group. You a part of the friend group, quote unquote. I don't get, I in this image, I don't see any type of attorney at all. You look very lackadaisy, but let's continue.
Threatened online. Does that make your case a greater case, or how do you work within what's happening to these young men?
Well, unfortunately, I wish there was no case. I wish this hadn't happened. But unfortunately, because these things did happen, there is a case, and now there's multiple cases. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're out there and you lied about these guys, you lied about my guys, you lied about Tyler's guys here, if you lied about Morgan, if you lied about Jax, if you lied about Warren, we're going to get you. And you're going to be hauled into court, you're going to be held accountable, and it's going to be very painful. And what I would say to the people who have done that is, now's your chance. If you want to apologize and retract before you find yourself in court, you should probably do that now. Because if you don't do that, once you're in court, now you just can't leave.
See this? This is funny. This is funny. Because he said, once you're in court, you can't leave. But I don't see anything funny. I mean, this is not funny. Like, we literally, quote unquote, lost our brother. And we should be wanting to find the answers too. Anybody who has common sense, in my opinion, and you really lost somebody who's close to you, like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it stinks to high heavens that the public is trying to throw me into it, but I know that I'm innocent, so I don't give a crap what you guys are saying. But what I really want to know is what really happened to my bro. You feel me? What happened to my bro? Like, this ain't no laughing matter, but clearly it's a laughing matter to them. I'm not making this up. If you have eyes, you can see. In my opinion, this is very bullyish. From all the research that I've done, I haven't seen anyone accuse these boys of anything. What I have heard is the way that they moved was not movement of a friend or someone you consider your brother And that's people's opinions. They never said they did anything. And I have that same opinion. Like, I would not want them to be my friend, honestly. I wouldn't want my friends to be them, according to what I've seen. And then you're calling his parents liars. Then you're blaming the mother because when she last saw her son, she posted a picture of what her son was last wearing, and you guys happened to be in the picture because he left with you guys on the boat. And you're blaming her for that? That is so, in my opinion, that is so selfish. That's so disgusting. And I wouldn't do any more interviews. I would not do any interviews at all because I would think this ain't about me. This is about my friend. We finding out what happened to my friends because clearly you guys don't know what happened to him. You clearly don't know what happened to him according to you. So this is not a laughing matter because we trying to get down to what happened to my quote unquote brother. And I don't know why this guy over here is trying to be a comedian at this time because he's not reading the room. But clearly, as you can see on our faces, we think the joke is funny. Clearly, we think the joke is funny. Every last one of them have a smile on their face. But let's go ahead and get to the part where they blame Miss Christine. They blame Nolan Mama for making the public look at them. I mean, if you are a cop, anybody go missing, the cop is going to want to know the description, who they were with, what they had on, all of the things. But you're mad at his mother for putting the last known picture of her son up saying, if you've seen my son, please let me know where he is or my son is missing. You're mad because she used the picture with you guys when you guys did see him on that day. She never said you guys did anything. You guys clearly don't know what happened to him. Self-absorbed, you're talking about she shouldn't know. She blasted our picture online. Anyways, I'm paraphrasing, but let's go ahead and get the exact words from Jack, what Jack said.
You can go back to the very beginning of this. How do you think this should have played out? Because I always question in my mind that when I go back, I look at what happened, I look at the initial stories with Nolan, and you guys knew him, right? I didn't know him. I know none of you guys. I just had a chance to meet you guys more recently. But how do you think this should have gone? If you could control the environment, Nolan is found deceased. How do you guys think that this should have been put out to the world?
So first off, I wish that none of this would ever happen. I wish Nolan could still be here with us today. And I wish that, like I said, none of this would ever happen. Like, I wish that all this could be erased and Nolan could be here tomorrow. I mean, that's more than anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren, and
I wish his mom didn't blast us saying that he was out there with Warren. But isn't that the truth? Like, was his mom supposed to lie when she's looking for if anybody have seen her son? In my opinion, that's such a guilty thing to say. Your son was with us, but I didn't want you to say that your son is with us. Are you crazy, lady? Huh? Say he was with me. I don't know what happened to him. I wish I could tell you what happened to him, but I don't know. And I understand why you're putting me in it because he left with me, but I genuinely don't know what happened to your son. I'm not going to say she blasted me online. I wish she didn't blast me. Let's rewind. I got instantly disgusted when I heard this. I mean, absolutely disgusted. Let's go back. I cannot.
I wish that none of this would ever happen. I wish Nolan could still be here with us today. And I wish that, like I said, none of this would ever happen. Like, I wish that all this could be erased and Nolan could be here tomorrow. I mean, that's more than anything. But other than that, I feel like his mom blasting us on social media from the get-go, saying that he was out there with Warren and
Guys, that makes no sense to me. My friend left with me, and I'm mad that my friend's mom, who no longer has her son, who I consider a brother, no longer here. I say, I wish she never blasted us on social media when she never blasted them. She literally genuinely just put a most recent picture, the last picture of her son up, and they so happen to be in the picture because they are all quote unquote brothers. I am done. I am so disgusted by this. It makes my skin crawl. I don't know who can condone this and say that this is okay. Oh my goodness. Just stop talking. Stop talking. You're making it worse. Okay, guys, that sums up this video. Do you think that this interview helped the guys or hurt the guys? Let me know in the comment section below. I am Unfiltered Journey. That's it. That's all. And I'm out.